All right, hello out there to everyone in the Snortex. Welcome to the Toxicast. So, naturally, from the thumbnail and the title, I want to, before he goes live, and I'm going to keep an eye on Raw Phil, let's talk about good old Pigroach's appearance on the August the Duck channel. Of course, this full video credit goes to him. The links to everything are in the description. So I'm sure, like, again, you've heard it here last because I'm always the last to cover these things. But he's been on August the Duck's channel a couple of times. And so for some reason, I don't feel like when I was streaming, because this was a day that I was streaming, I must have skipped this. I must have used skip juice over this part because I don't think I have it. So let's watch it together. And like I say, I'm going to keep an eye on Raw Phil and we'll head over there when it's time.
We got a Nigerian super chat. Let's take a look here. Nigerian super chat is only 27 cents. So I don't even count it. It doesn't even register on the Richter scale for me. So that's just a waste of time. Oh, now we got a Nigerian gifted membership. Are you kidding me? What is that worth? Like 2 cents? Are you kidding me? A Nigerian membership? Come on. That doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Well, guys, we're back. The man we're talking about today, the last time I made a video on him, I genuinely, truly believed that would be the last time I ever spoke the man's name, even had to hear about him. And still, even as I'm talking about it right now, I can't believe that that's not the case. I can't believe we're back. If by the thumbnail and the title, you don't know who I'm talking about yet, you poor motherfucker, I'm really sorry to do this to you.
I feel like I've heard this from other YouTubers before. Like, oh, I never thought I'd have to talk about this asshole again, you know, but here we are.
Genuinely. Wish I could go back in time and slap the bastard who introduced me to this man, and you're probably gonna wish the same on me, so apologies in advance. Yeah, we're talking about Darkside Phil again. Now, unfortunately for us, we've talked about Darkside Phil a couple of times on this channel, always for the same thing, and well, it's the same thing we're talking about today. Now, if
I highly encourage you. He's got a couple of other videos about Phil to go check them out. He's got a great voice. I personally think he's pretty funny. He's a Charlie Sir Moist-esque, you know, kind of channel talking about some hot topics and, you know, current events and some shitty streamers and stuff like that. So, you know, like I say, feel free to check August out and his information is in the description.
If you don't know who Darkside Phil is, aka DSP Gaming, really all you need to know is that he's a washed up streamer who used to kind of be successful on YouTube. He was one of the early adopters of the whole.
This is the best also description. If somebody has no idea who Phil is, literally this is the best, like, very, very quick description. He's a washed up YouTuber. That's a great way to start. But the way that August the Duck says it, it's very short and sweet, but it's really, really good for someone who, like, has no idea who this fuckbag is. It's really good.
Let's Play format used to actually pull in pretty good views, but as YouTube often goes, trends change, things get more modern, people get left behind. And Phil got left behind. However, as you might understand,
I think he kind of left himself behind by taking like 4 years to get to direct capture and things like that. But nonetheless, it's basically, you know, what he says. He got left behind, or he left himself behind in, you know, one way, shape, or form.
Did not really want to leave behind the life that he had created for himself through YouTube, you know, playing video games for money. And instead of, you know, maybe modernizing the content, trying to put out stuff more like what most people are watching these days, Phil took a different path. Instead of changing anything about his content, Mr. DSP Gaming came to the obvious conclusion that he is perfect, his content is perfect, nothing needs to be changed there. What he needs to start doing is berating and verbally assaulting the very, very, very small audience that he has left, constantly begging them for money and then complaining like a child when they don't give him enough of it. And as sad and pathetic as it is, that is genuinely all this 42-year-old man is known for anymore.
I mean, that's great. I mean, you sum it up. We're only a couple minutes into the video. Washed up YouTuber, just fell behind, didn't think he needed to change anything, and now literally all he does is beg for money. And this is clearly Raw Phil, or a clip of somebody who clipped Raw Phil. So big ups to Raw Phil. Also, if you're not subbed to Raw Phil, then I don't even know why you're here, but the link to Raw Phil is also in the description.
He's basically just a lol cow these days, has been for a long time actually, with what seems to be like half his audience just watching him to make fun of him, and the other half having some like weird stall.
More than half of the people are watching him, I will say. I think more than half of the people are watching. Do I think Phil will address it? Probably not.
Stockholm Syndrome-esque type relationship with him, because for some reason, even though this guy is like a top 10 most insufferable human on the planet, there's a
Top 10? Okay. I don't know if I could name 9 other people who suck as much as this guy does. That's got to be like top 5. Yeah, August the Duck, he's got a great channel. Big ups, Jason. What's happening, honey? How you doing?
insignificant amount of people out there who give this guy money regularly.
Absolutely optimist. He will absolutely bitch about losing sleep because everybody sprung forward. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I'm tired.
However, even when people are doing just that after he begs and begs and begs and begs for it, sometimes for Phil, it's still not enough. And just as was the case
sometimes okay.
As before in the past, that is exactly why we're here today. Recently, on stream, Darkside Phil pretty mercilessly mocked one of his viewers for donating in Nigerian naira because Phil deemed the converted amount to not be enough, even though the donation amount was a pretty significant chunk of change when you take into context the local economy. Not that that should really even matter, because when your job is to beg on the internet, you should be kind of grateful for anything anybody decides to give to you.
You should be more than grateful for anything that anyone decides to give you. More than grateful.
However, if you know Phil, if you've ever seen any of his streams, you would know how laughable asking that of him would be. However, I've been yapping for like 3 minutes. Genuine apology. I'm just going to show you the clips. Please subscribe.
But we got to hit 50 goals, right? Right now.
I agree. If you're not subbed to August, go sub. Link in description.
Now we're at 42. We get another goal tonight, we'll be at 43, and then we get closer and closer. I figure the earliest we can do this is Sunday. Like if let's say we hit a goal tonight, 2 tomorrow, 2 Friday, right? Then we'd be so close that maybe we could even do it on Sunday. Because remember, Saturday's my day off. If we hit extra goals, we might do it, we might get it going. But we'll see how it goes tonight. Please support the stream tonight if you can. I appreciate everyone who does.
Alright, so I thought it'd be fun to just include that little starting bit there. Yeah, this guy is a streamer who holds his shitty content hostage behind donations. The guy...
It's so nice when somebody who isn't as deep into the Snortex as some people are can only watch a few videos, because this guy isn't watching like everything that Phil does. It's so nice when people can only watch like little bits and pieces and be able to figure out the shtick and figure it out very quickly. The fact that this guy basically holds, as he says, his shitty content hostage until he makes enough money. He didn't sit around for hours, I guarantee, and watch a bunch of Phil content. I'm not really sure how this particular thing got brought to his attention. I have no idea. He doesn't really say. He might keep an eye, or maybe he watches like some of the bigger detractor channels or something. But that's interesting to me, how quickly people can pick up on the bullshit.
Guy wants money, yet he won't even do like the bare minimum that a streamer is expected to do to get donations. He genuinely is like, I'm not gonna play video games for you guys until you give me enough money, okay? So, chomp chomp. I find it really funny though how he says that he appreciates anybody who donates. He would eat those words if he had any self-awareness, but,
I think
He doesn't. He absolutely doesn't. And not much of them. Oh, they're out of context clips? Of course. Of course.
In advance for anything. Any contributions appreciated. Super chats, memberships, subs, tips, all great. All right? Let's get our first contribution in right now. Let's get it started. All right?
All right, so we'll jump to the good stuff now, but I just wanted to show this unless you've never seen this guy. Like, I'm really not exaggerating. This is all that his streams are. Yeah, he plays some games occasionally, but
badly and poorly and pathetically, but sure, yeah, he plays games every once in a while.
Literally, all he does is beg. Who is watching this guy? I have no fucking clue. Like,
I don't think any of us have any idea. There's Slayer, Jax Raxer, and Jade. Who else is unironically watching this fucking loser? I don't know if we will ever know.
Like, I get it if you're watching him to laugh at him, that's one thing.
Right.
But the people who are actually giving this guy money, I don't know. That's crazy work.
All right, let's get our first.
And it literally is work. I don't think he actually knew that's, what he said there, but it really is. It's work too. I think Only Iced Coffee knows that this guy is an asshole. Only Iced Coffee reminds me of, we all remember the movie The Dark Knight with the Joker, and some people just kind of want to watch the world burn. I kind of think that that's why Only Ice Cuck gives him money. He knows that Phil's a piece of shit. He knows that Phil is an asshole, but it just kind of keeps things going. Do you notice he doesn't give money all the time? He just kind of comes in there when like times are tough, just to like get him over a little bit of a maybe a hard time that he's going through or something. He doesn't come in every day all the time and drop hundreds of and thousands like Iron Cuck used to do. You know what I mean? And so I kind of feel like he's just there every once in a while to just kind of keep things afloat because he just wants to keep watching the fire burn. That's my personal opinion on Only Ice Cuck. It could totally fucking be wrong, but I think he kind of likes it.
Contribution in, as small or as big as it can be. Let's get one in and then we'll begin with the game. Let's get one thing going to
He's going to snap today? What makes you think he's going to snap today? I'm curious your opinion.
get momentum started. Who's going to be the very first person to hit the leaderboard tonight? You know what they say. When it comes to contributions, strike first and strike hard. There you go. No mercy. No limits. No mercy and no limits. That's right.
All right, I'm going to stop making promises because I just have to show you guys the sadness that is this man. Like, look, brother, I get it. Being a YouTuber is a pretty fucking sweet gig. The
Yes,
day
it
I
is.
have to go back to working a real job, it's going to be bad for me, okay? But I mean, like, come on, man. You're not even trying. Like, obviously, you still have somewhat of a community. People are giving you money for some reason. Just
Right, both of them.
be a normal content creator, and you'd probably be better off than doing this.
We got a Nigerian super chat. Let's take a look here.
All right, fun little game for you guys. What do you think he's taking a look at here? A, the name of the person who kindly donated him money. B, the message that the person sent who donated their hard-earned money to this man. Or C, the conversion rate of Nigerian Naira to USD. Take a guess.
Well, we know this. We already know this. It sounds obviously like it's news to him, and I get that because he doesn't watch this shit all the time. But the first thing he does is go to his fucking conversion thing and figure out what the conversion rate is. And like I say, I was streaming this day. I went back through my calendar from a few days ago, and I looked, and I was streaming this day. At some point, I must have just missed it, I guess. Or I commented on it and just kind of brushed past it, but I don't feel that I would have.
Yes.
So your 400 Nigerian super chat is only 27 cents. So I don't even count it. It doesn't even register on the Richter scale for me. So that's just a waste of time.
All right, so obviously there's a lot wrong with what this fucking weasel just said. For a
Also, big ups to calling him a weasel, by the way. There's one we don't hear too particularly often.
person to be inclined to donate to a guy like you, Phil, and say something as nice as let's get some support for the marathon, for you to say it means nothing, it doesn't count for anything, that's fucking insane. Secondly, while 27 cents might not be a lot of money in America, 400 Naira in Nigeria is not an insignificant amount of money. I've been doing some research and the number...
Yeah, this is a really cool, because I've seen this video a couple times now. He actually gets the conversion and figures it out for us, which is actually kind of nice, a nice thing to do that AugustTheDuck doesn't have to do in this video, so...
are kind of all over the place, but I read like a dozen Reddit threads and it seems like the average monthly salary in Nigeria is like $10 to $20, which if we split it down the middle, say 15, that's about 23,000 Naira, which means if you're taking home about 23,000 Naira a month and you donate 400 to somebody, that's like 2% of your monthly income that you just handed off to some fucking loser. That's pretty significant. I mean, if we extrapolate that to the United States, where I think the average full-time salary is like 62 grand or something. If you donated 2% of your monthly income, that's a donation of over $100. Now,
So that is really actually extremely interesting to know. And like I say, cool of this dude to actually go ahead and do the math and the conversion and everything. In this person's currency, it's equivalent to, in our money, over $100. And now to this guy, how would you like to give somebody over $100 and to just not fucking, just to say, oh, well, that's not enough. Hope Super Kame Jizzler, what's going on, honey? How you doing? Pig ups to you. So I just thought that was interesting.
use the Reddit numbers because all the other sources were all over the place. But even if the average salaries...
And to be fair, it may have been a troll. It might have been like, you know, an attack from like, you know, the Argentinian memberships 2.0. I don't know. But nonetheless, this could have been, they left a fairly positive message when they, it gift the membership, which, as we're going to see in a minute, he fucking shits on that too. This is just wild behavior to me.
Actually double or even triple that, that's still a significant donation. Not that it should matter at all. You should appreciate the support of somebody no matter how much it financially benefits you. But for Phil to be like, oh, that's useless, that's nothing, when that very well could have been that guy's like entire day's pay.
Right.
What a fucking loser.
No, Nigerian contributions are...
Yeah, there are some people who don't make one, even in like the US. There are some places where people don't even make $100, a day. Let's just say you make $10 an hour and you work an 8-hour day. That's $80. But then Uncle Sam gets his cut. You don't even make $100. And as far as this person's currency is concerned, Phil was given over $100. That's over a day's pay. You know what I mean? So
welcome. They just have to be like $1 or more. I don't shout out anything under $1 at all. That's a waste of time.
What went wrong?
You won't shout it out and say thank you, but what you will take the time to do is to condemn it. In that same amount of time, you could have just said, thank you for your generosity. It means a lot to have your support, and you could have moved on. So don't act like you don't have the time, because you certainly have the time to do it. You would just rather say something nasty and say, oh, that doesn't even hit on my radar. That's not even on the Richter scale for me. That doesn't even matter.
Wrong in this man's life, like genuinely. To call...
I also want to know who hurt this guy for him to behave like this.
Somebody giving you money for sitting on your ass being one of the least entertaining people I have ever personally witnessed in my entire life. A waste of time. I don't think I've ever seen a less self-aware human in my entire life. I mean, my brother in Christ, you are 42 years old. You're about halfway there, my friend. About 50% through this campaign, if you're lucky. And this is what you're doing? Spending your days whining on the internet because people aren't giving you enough money for...
My brother in Christ, you are halfway through the campaign. Oof, that was pretty good. That's and I, like I say, I've watched this a few times now, and every time I hear it, it makes me laugh. Just, my brother in Christ, you are halfway through the campaign, if you're lucky, and this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing with your life, and it's not in the schedule. Oh, it's not in the schedule to be thankful. Oh, I'm such a silly bitch. What was I thinking? We have plenty of time to be shitty and greedy and ungrateful, but not time to be thankful. You see, you guys are always keeping me in line.
For doing nothing? I mean, holy shit, I'm being honest. I can't imagine a sadder existence. I'm sorry. That's not even really meant to be mean. I'm just being objective. I don't think it get...
I can't imagine a sadder existence. I'm not even trying to hurt this dude's fucking feelings. I'm just stating I'm stating something that's factually fucking based. RS Nerd, thanks for the 220, sweetheart. Here's my daily hold on, where'd I go? Withholders, step it up.
It's sadder than that.
Oh, that's right. You guys want me to do the pose? Oh, I forgot all about this. People want me to do it. Are you ready? So, all right, how about this? Let's get one contribution of each type. Let's get one super chat, one membership, and one sub right now.
I'm going to tell you how much money I want and the different ways I want the money. He seems to think, I don't know if anybody hasn't been around for the last couple of days, this guy, this move right here where he goes full siege mode is the shtick now, apparently.
Right now.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting to understand why people might watch this guy. Like, not the half that gives him money, the other half, because my goodness, does it make you feel good about yourself. You guys ever seen...
It does kind of make me feel good about myself. And that's probably why a lot of other, when like you're just kind of lounging around one day, maybe you like don't have to go to work and you're like, oh, I should do laundry. Or I should clean up my place a little bit, or whatever. But then all of a sudden you watch an episode of like Hoarders and then you feel better about yourself. You're like, well, I should get up and do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, but it's not like that. I'm not like an episode of Hoarders about anything. That's kind of what this guy is. You sit down and you can watch it and you're like, yeah, I might be going through something tough or I might be having a hard time, but I mean, fuck me. At least I have more to live for than, sweaty man JPEGs and booze.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. You know the guy who does like the baby pose and he thinks it's cute and he can't understand that everybody around him is laughing at him, not with him, and they just think he looks stupid? Yeah. Life imitates art.
Nigerian currency is called Nairas. I don't care. They're not worth much. So, oh no,
I don't care what they're called. They're not worth much. I don't care what they're called. They're not worth much.
now we got a Nigerian gifted membership. Are you kidding me? What is that worth? Like 2 cents? Are you kidding me? A Nigerian membership? Come on. A Nigerian membership. Wow. That doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, I can't watch any more of this shit. It's just next level shit here, guys. Every time I watch...
It doesn't take long for him to tap out and be like, I cannot watch any more of this shit. Optimus, thanks for the $2, honey. Will the Gremlin brothers be stopping by? Not here. Surely not. Will they be in Kick Chat? It's a very good possibility, I would think. Hopefully they'll just like stop and just like, hopefully they'll just move on.
This guy, every time I make a video on him, I just feel myself like getting angrier with him as a human. I can understand how a person like this exists. Okay, Phil existing as a human doesn't really surprise me. What baffles me though, what really blows my dick off is that there are people out there who genuinely support this guy. They really send him real life dollars. Or Naira. Why? Like, what? Why are you doing this? I am begging you, stop supporting this man. He's 42 years old. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself in a way that is not begging for money from strangers.
Now, I've seen Duty's video where Duty watches August the Duck's video here, and I share the same opinion as he does. This here, he's a 42-year-old man. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself. I truthfully don't believe that. I believe if this man woke up tomorrow and his YouTube channels were gone, I don't think he would know what to do with himself. I think he would be fucked 6 ways to Sunday. He would have to go and do something else. I don't know if he would. I kind of feel like he would scramble back over to Twitch or go over to Kick. But if something happened and all of his social media, was gone, even, his Twitter, Kick, and if everything was gone, I don't think this guy can take care of himself. If he had no social media and that woman walked out the door, I think this dude would be fucked. And I think he'd be fucked in less than 6 months. So I don't remember verbatim everything, that Duty said, which is fine. You guys can, watch his videos if you want to do that. But I disagree here with this point that he's a big boy and he can take care of himself. He absolutely cannot. For the last almost 17 years, his life has been made possible by a grant from the Somebody Fucking Else Foundation. And if all of this went away, I don't think he could swing it. Could he go get a job or something? I mean, yeah, somewhere, but not making what he does now. If this went away, this would be really, really fucking bad. Magic Short Bus, thanks for the 220, sweetheart. Apologies for withholding. Let's fill the coffers.
Strangers on the internet. I think it would really do him some good. Well, guys, what do you think? What's your explanation? Why do you think anybody gives this guy money? At this point, I don't even care about Phil as a concept. Like I said, we know why people like that exist. I feel like every time I make a video like this, I just end up wondering, why do the people that support him exist more than anything?
We make videos and streams almost every day, dude. Like we can't fucking figure it out either. We don't understand why. Like you say at the beginning of your video, it's some kind of weird fucking Stockholm syndrome bullshit.
If you're a person who gives Phil money regularly or ever, actually, again, formal request for you to stop, but also I'd like an explanation as to why. This guy does not care about you. He just sees you as a dollar sign and he doesn't even make content. What are you giving him money for? Do you just feel bad? Maybe that's it. Maybe they just feel bad. I don't fucking know. I don't like talking about this guy.
I think some of them do feel bad because we've heard from people like King Be Cruel who was well, I believe that he was having a hard time and, it gave him money because I felt bad or whatever. The guy is live, which that's pretty much the end of this video. And again, big ups to August the Duck. The link to this video, his video, without my loud, obnoxious voice over it, is in the description. And if you want to sub or whatever, the link is there as well. So I'm just going to skip some of this really cringy stuff and not make you actually have to look at it. Because,
what's going on, everyone? It's time for the start of a brand new streaming week. And what a week it will be. because this week there's going to be a pretty interesting marathon going down and a wide variety of content between podcasting, wrestling commentary, Lego streams, and a whole bunch of variety of gameplay. It's a brand new week, and
Wow, he already forgot what the fuck he was saying. Christ almighty. Double Agent, thank you for the $5 super chat. He would break down if Kat left. I agree. When Leanna left, he talked about how much it shook him because he actually had to cook and clean and do adult things. That is correct. He was complaining about he didn't know what kind of meals to make himself, and he didn't know what to do. So I remember very well. VLX, thank you for the $2, honey. It's not November, people. Stop withholding. Don't make me read these cringy messages. I love you all and thank you, but
obviously
don't
I
make
want to
me
get
read
you
the
all caught up
cringe.
on everything going on. Today will be a much needed laid back day. But of course, we will.
Holy fuck. How much more laid back could your shit get? You don't do anything for like 70% of the time you're here. What are you going to do? Lay down? How much more chill could it get? You fucking bring the mattress and we have DSP sleeps it? Like we just gonna fucking take a nap and want the money to roll in? Fuck me, man.
Recap everything that happened last week and more. So get ready for a nice chill morning. Sit back and relax. It's time to start the week.
Well, you heard it here first. Well, okay, you heard it here last, but sit back and relax and try not to fucking fall asleep.
With a rousing yet relaxing episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Don't ever say that to me again. That's foul. Don't ever fucking say that to me again.
To the show, it is Sunday, the 9th of March, 2025.
We have calendars, Grandpa. Thank you.
The start of a brand new streaming week. And we're all
Yes, we know. Do you know where you are right now?
already off to a bad start. Why? Well, because today is the start of daylight saving time.
Who called it? Who called it in the chat? Who called it? I can't scroll up through my chat, but whoever called it, damn, play the lottery, whoever you are. Play because you'll win.
Here in the United States.
Other places do it too, asshole.
What is daylight saving time? Well,
Is this guy bothering me? No more so than any other day, but it's just yucky. So come on, you guys like it better when I'm a little bit more toxic, don't you? Dewey, thanks so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you.
twice a year, we Americans decide to change our clocks by 1 hour. In the fall,
Other places do it too. Australia does it. UK does it.
we call it fall back, and we basically reset the clocks overnight and get it an extra hour. It's like you have a 2 a.m. hour, and then you have another 2 a.m. hour. It's kind of weird. And then here,
It's not weird if you understand why. It's not really so much helpful anymore, but it's for farming. It's so that they have more daylight to get, to farm and harvest. Fall is like a harvest season. That's why he's apparently not going to explain that. Don't know that it needs to be explained, but he seems to not get it, I
here in the
guess.
spring. It's not really the spring. It's still winter, but it's funny that we still call it the spring.
Well, spring is gonna begin on the 20th, but okay. Somebody get this guy a calendar for Christmas, please.
We spring ahead, and we skip an hour in the middle of the night. And
Correct, because we're going back on regular time. We fall back in the fall to give the people who need to harvest more daylight, and now we're going back onto regular time because that season is over. Good job.
at one point,
Someday you're going to graduate into the 3rd grade. I know you can get there.
there was use for this. Many, 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 many years ago when it was first instituted, it was, save an hour of daylight and keep things in rhythm, and this will help the farmers, and this will do this and that, okay?
Correct.
And as much as everyone would like to try to argue about archaic things of the past, the truth is, at least in my opinion, and if you disagree, I guess that's fine. I don't know how
You guess that's fine.
you could really justify disagreeing, but it doesn't mean it's not needed anymore. It's worthless. It's just an annoyance. It's just a really stupid thing that confuses the heck out of everyone. Okay? In reality,
It's an hour, dude, not a week. How many people is this really confusing? We didn't go to sleep in March and wake up in May. It's an hour, bro. Yeah, the spring forward sucks because we all have lost an hour of sleep, but it's like, it's not like 12 days have passed. Jesus Christ, Grandpa.
it doesn't actually affect me that much. I'm not that big of a deal. I lost an hour. Oh, no.
It bothered you enough to talk about it. I didn't talk about it when I got on here today. I didn't say anything about it. People actually called that you were going to say something about it.
Annoyance is that if I don't remember,
the annoyance is that it's not something that directly affects you because you're not a farmer or, some other people that it might, help out. That's why it's an annoyance to you, because it doesn't directly affect you. If it did directly affect you, you would appreciate that it was still being done.
To tell you guys about this ahead of time. Most of the time what ends up happening is for almost an entire week, everything gets thrown off. All right? Why? Because I have a set schedule that's pretty much the same every day, and people know to show up at a certain time every day if they want the content. Well, all of a sudden now, the times have shifted.
Jerry, I already did August. That was the first thing I did. So if you want, roll back to the beginning. If not, totally cool.
Streaming today an hour earlier than I usually would. And I can tell you right now, the attendance is way down. I'm not even kidding.
He's sort of a farmer. Yeah, dent farmer.
Right now, I've got about 100 less viewers than I typically would have around this time any given day because of this stupid daylight saving time.
Oh, that apparently this has caused him to have less viewers. Okay. He has less viewers right now. Maybe it's because you're not fucking doing anything and you're 40 minutes late to your own fucking stream. Maybe that's why no one's fucking here yet, douchebag.
And it's annoying because this will persist. This will not just be today. This will be like later in the week. There'll be streams, people show up. Oh, I missed out on this hour of the stream. And there's nothing that can be done. In this case.
Exactly. Daylight savings, a detractor confirmed.
I goofed. Because I've been very busy and very stressed out this last week, okay? As I've told you, I have things going on behind the scenes in my personal life.
Still not paying enough money to the tax man, huh? That kind of super sucks for you, bro.
That are taking up a...
You've been paying taxes. You're 42 years old. You theoretically have been working since you were a teenager. So you've been working for like 25 years. I'll just call it 25 years. And you still can't figure out taxes, for fuck's sake.
A lot of my time and attention, and they're really stressing me out, and there's nothing that can be done, and there's nothing that I can tell you guys about. It's just stuff going on, just like everyone has stuff going on in their personal life, right? But because of that, this week it's been hard to keep track of schedule stuff. It's been hard to remember. I didn't even remember that daylight saving time was going to go into effect until someone tweeted me yesterday on my day off, and I was like, oh shit, because now I've posted up the schedule and all this, and now everyone is expecting something that is not going to happen. All right. So
it's on my actual physical calendar right here because I'm in my office. So it's on my actual physical calendar right here that it's daylight savings. I just looked in my calendar in my phone and it says it's daylight savings. So you just must be completely inept if you don't know what happens on certain days.
It is what it is. But FYI, everything is starting an hour earlier moving forward, and this will persist all spring, all summer, even in the fall, because then we don't change our clocks again until October. Now, to make matters even worse, different regions of the world change their clocks at different times.
That is correct.
I believe if you're in the UK right now, okay, I believe that you already...
And I just want to say now that because I have calendars, it's not October, it's November when we're going to fall back again. Just want to put that out there.
You changed your clock, correct? Like you did it a different time than us? Falcule just said in the chat, when I lived in Japan, I was an hour early for work. I didn't know that they just don't do daylight saving time. Yeah, because it's stupid. It's not needed. Most of the world doesn't really do it.
He doesn't need to change his schedule. I honestly don't understand what he's on about with all of this right now.
But there's only certain parts.
But apparently he says it's not a big deal, but then in the very same breath, it's like fucking up his life 6 ways to Sunday.
Parts of the world that are stuck with this archaic practice and they just don't want to change it. It doesn't make any sense at all.
This is 1 hour. It's 1 hour in the middle of the night, bro.
Lawmakers in the United States have argued about this forever, back and forth. The problem is everyone agrees they don't want to change the clocks, but no one can agree on which time to keep.
Have you talked to everybody? How do you know that? Personally, I don't know everybody. The people I talk to who live in a city, no, it doesn't particularly mean too much to us. But to, again, I don't know if it's like farmers or like maybe it used to be and maybe it's not anymore. I don't honestly really even know who it's for, but I don't know any folks like that, but I don't know everybody. So what do you mean nobody wants this anymore? Have you talked to everybody?
Do you keep the time that's standard time, or do you keep the time that's shifted by the 1 hour called daylight saving time? Who cares? No, really. Who cares?
That actually affects a lot of things, but I don't have time to get into all of that with you right now.
Just pick one and do it. But they refuse. Instead, it's like two kids on a schoolyard who just argue with each other, and they never stop the argument. It just goes on forever. So nothing is ever determined. Nothing is ever decided. You know what I'm saying? It's just foolish. And that's how a lot of our government is. It's just a bunch of bickering, but nothing actually gets done, which is hilarious because the idea of government in our country is that everyone who's an elected official is a public servant, meaning the only reason they're there is to serve the public. But if all you do is endlessly bicker and never actually do anything, then you're not serving anyone.
Well, as a streamer, isn't your sole job to entertain people? But you're not entertaining anybody, so what the fuck are you doing?
In fact, the only person you're serving is yourself.
Yeah, exactly. The only person you're serving and entertaining is yourself with this just obnoxious fucking superfluous bullshit.
Because you're taking a salary for absolutely no outcome.
Because you're taking a salary without doing absolutely anything. Ooh, teetering on the edge of self-awareness, and it is staggering.
Okay, so it pisses me off, and yes, I know this is a little bit of rant.
This is like that was going to be a hearty snort right there, and I'm so sorry. This is like the boomerest of like boomery fucking rants. Jesus Christ.
A really big rant in regards to...
And it does matter which one you pick. You wouldn't... This is the regular time. We fall back to give more daylight. We are back on standard time. This is the one that you would keep, asshole.
Something that is just a personal gripe of mine, but it is what it is.
Everything is a personal fucking... Ooh, let me stop. I'm getting actually heated.
Very frustrating. So today we
You're
will have
frustrating,
lower attendance.
dickhead.
There's nothing I can do about it. On top of that, today is a chill RPG day on purpose. If you didn't notice, my schedule today is 2 chill RPGs. Now, I'm well aware that this means that attendance will be down anyway, because not everyone is into chill RPGs, but I need it. After...
Did anyone see that sorry-ass pirate Yakuza one the other day where he was shooting pool and we all had to fucking like check our pulse or whatever? And he had like 140 people watching him and it was just like fucking pathetic. That was pretty good.
The week that I've had, after the weekend that I've had, I need a day where I can just relax with you guys and kind of forget about the stresses of real life and just hang out and enjoy each other's company, have some chill conversation, play an RPG and have a good time. That's what I need today. So I hope that you understand that. Don't worry, because not every day will be like today. I mean, notably tomorrow we're playing Call of Duty and we're going to try the Ninja Turtle stuff again because, now I kind of understand how it works. I wasn't even using the melee weapon properly last week. And later on this week, we're going to have this Five Nights at Freddy's marathon, which is going to be very, very, I'm sure, rage-inducing and all of that. So we've got good stuff coming. That's going to be not, laid-back, chill content.
It's not going to be rage-inducing. Once you lose a couple of times, you're going to be like, well, fuck it. I don't like this one. Let's just do the next one. We all know what you're going to do.
Just not today. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. So apologies for anyone who's confused and is not here. Now you're watching this after the fact. You're like, oh, what happened? Why did I miss the stream? I did try to post up.
Yeah, don't worry. You can still leave a super thanks on the video if you weren't here in time to give me my money. Don't worry. I chop these up and make them into videos. So you can leave a super thanks on the video. So make sure to leave me my $10, asshole.
A last minute daylight saving time alert video yesterday, but I don't even know how many people actually saw it.
Save yourself the embarrassment. He was going to make a daylight savings video. Y'all. The back of my brain is going to explode.
Because no one was expecting me to put a video out on my day off. It is what it is. we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I want to talk about obviously what happened on Friday with the streams. Because there's some interesting stuff there that may lead to some more stuff. We actually came to a determination about some of the confusion with the subs on Kick that have been coming through but not, and then we don't know what's real. We actually figured it out. So that's good. We finally have an answer on that one. But one of the cool things is I just wanted to show you, as you know, all these setups that I've been doing, ever since my new, PC and all of this. As you can see, the crazy RGBs behind me, right? And you might say, well, what the heck is that? It's kind of wild.
I can't look. They're just too wacky. They're too zany. It's too crazy. Jesus Christ.
Like, what is that supposed to be? You want to see what it is?
No. Ooh.
See if the camera picks it up well. If not, I'll explain. Well, it's a little too bright, and that's the problem if I put it in an angle. Yeah, it's hard to see.
How many of these keyboards does this motherfucker have? Christ.
With the lighting. So basically what it is, it's Pac-Man. That's Pac-Man running across an RGB screen being chased by a ghost, and he goes back and forth across the keyboard, and then eventually gets eaten and he explodes. And that's what the RGB setup is today, which is kind of cool. And there actually is...
Yeah, kinda.
A few settings, like you can make it the real Pac-Man colors, or you can make it like a gradient changing color. And I said, I'll just leave the real Pac-Man colors. We'll just do something silly today. I think it'd be pretty cool. So there you go. Pretty nice. And I'm trying to do all kinds of variety of stuff. Sometimes I try to make the colors match the game we're playing for the day. Sometimes I just do something random. So, yeah, pretty nice.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
All right, now over the setup for today. Sorry that the keyboard doesn't look so good because the light is metal, so it reflects off of it. Doesn't look as good that I thought it would.
Yeah, that's why.
There you go.
That's why.
So anyway,
totally.
There's your answer. Because some people ask me, well, what is this wild light show you're doing today? Well, it's Pac-Man.
Who are we getting? Fucking is a lot of people back again? Who asked you? You can't see the fucking lights behind you with all that fucking bullshit in the background. What are you talking about?
On the wall.
This is Chris Chan, Levels of Autism. If you watch Chris Chan, which I don't, I'm not, I kind of know who it is, but not really. You'll see he used to get excited by mundane things. This is all this dude has got going on. Like, no, brother, this guy stinks. I couldn't agree more. This is terrible.
Yellow. Whenever you see yellow, that's Pac-Man going from one side to the other. And when you see that pink or purple, that's the ghost chasing Pac-Man back and forth across the screen. So, pretty neat. Okay, so where do we begin? All right, let's begin with this, because it's right here below me. It's a perfect time to point it out. Ladies and gentlemen, momentum continues. Things are building. The excitement is real.
What excitement? Who? I need to know. Who?
Because we are only 4 goals away from doing an awesome Five Nights at Freddy's Torture-thon this week. And I have prepared specially for this event. Yesterday, during my day off, I went to...
What, the liquor store? Because we already know.
The liquor store.
I don't know that I would be... Oh, I gotta get this. Oh, that's priceless right there. That's great. Like, we didn't...
And at the liquor store, I got a few things.
I love how he only talks about his trips to the liquor store when there's something that's like coming up, like some kind of event. He fucking goes every time he's got a day off. Like, do you honestly expect something different?
Things to prepare for the Five Nights at Freddy's marathon. The first of which was actually cool because they didn't have this previous. So if you remember back in January when we did the Mega Man Rage-a-thon, I got a multi-pack of 99 bananas. It was really called like the 99 fruits variety pack. And it was these shots that were incredibly strong shots, right? And they were all these variety of flavors, all different fruits. You guys really liked that because when you guys were, supporting me and we hit a goal, you would vote, oh, what shot should I take next, right? Or people would, if they hit that goal themselves, would tell me what flavor shot.
Well, you remember the booze that you drank months ago. You remember everything you had to drink months ago, but you can't remember that daylight savings time is coming up. King Be Cruel, what's happening, honey? How you doing?
Shot they wanted me to take, and some of them were good and some of them were really bad. I'm not going to lie. Some of them actually tasted pretty much like ass, all right? But people liked that. And then in addition to that,
You mean you didn't want the one called 99 Asses?
I
Damn.
got pretty buzzed during the Mega Man Marathon because that stuff is really, really strong, okay? They had a new one at the liquor store, 99 lemonades. And what it is another multi-pack of lemonade, 99 strong shots. And they were like different flavors, like mango, strawberry, peach, you know. So I got that. So we have that. And I bought a little multi-pack of Fireball whiskey, which I haven't had in a long time. That's pretty potent cinnamon-flavored whiskey as well. And I have some tequila in the house as well. All right. So basically, I have a good variety of stuff for this upcoming marathon event. And much like we do for these marathons when we do them, if we hit a certain level of support, you tell me what to drink and I'll drink it. Of course, I got to keep myself paced and not drinking myself under the table if I'm doing a marathon. In this case, I have to play a series of 5 Nights at Freddy's games, starting with 1 and going all the way through the series, all right, as far as we can get within reason, because I don't think we're going to really get through every game in the 5 Nights at Freddy's series, nor do I think we're going to beat them all. I think we're just going to play them until I'm like, I've had enough. Let's move on to the next, right? It'll be interesting because at one day, I'll be able to see the evolution of this series over the years. You know, what was added, what was improved, what were the changes between games. I think that'll actually be pretty cool. So that's
Right.
coming. So that is
He's
going to be
not gonna
this week.
shit all
And
over
when,
these
you say,
games
well, I
or
wonder when that's
anything.
going to be, when we hit the goals. All right, we're only 4 goals away. If we hit 4 goals today, the marathon is tomorrow. Okay? But as of now, the one day that
I don't know. You lost your whale. I don't know if 4 is going to happen today. So you're telling me you want $600 today. Is that what you're telling me? Kind of sounds like that's what you're telling me.
that is out and is not possible to be the marathon is Tuesday, because Tuesday night, currently right now on the schedule, we have our next episode of Smart Guys Wrestling Commentary. All right. This week, that show is going to cover both SmackDown and Raw, because I finally got a VPN so I can watch SmackDown rather than fuck around with this bullshit where I can't get it in the US.
Did he just say he got a VPN? Hold up. Did he just say he got a VPN? But he won't do that to play fighting games. What the fuck just happened?
So we will be watching both
Is this new? Am I fucking tardy to the party?
shows and reviewing them on Tuesday night on the DSP Reacts channel or on my Kick channel. That should be fun. I'm excited for that because I want to see what SmackDown's all about after having not watched it. So that's going to be Tuesday night, all right? But because that's Tuesday night, obviously I can't do the marathon on Tuesday. So it's pretty simple. Either we have an insanely over-the-top high support day today, and we hit 4 freaking goals in one day,
Not with 2 RPGs, asshole. That ain't gonna happen.
in which case the marathon will be tomorrow, or probably we'll hit 4 goals over the course of the next 3
He does. This is why I'm so curious. He shits on VPNs all the time, but he got one for the wrestling, but wouldn't get one for the gaming.
3 days, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday would be the marathon. Okay? I'm okay with either. If you guys really want the marathon right away, we could do it tomorrow, and I'm totally okay and set with that. So
I'm totally okay with making $600 for sitting here on my ass today. Optimus, thanks for the $2, honey. DSP can't wait to get white girl wasted.
let's see. Now, if that doesn't work out and ends up being Wednesday, that's also okay. I'll also be ordering some food during the day, and it'll be a feasting with the king as opposed to a DSP Tries It, which is good because, you know, we've done a few DSP Tries It. You want to break from it, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. And
Who
I hope
asked
that you
for a
guys
break
will,
from it? What are you talking
be excited
about?
for that and give me some ideas. But I think my wife and I are going to choose something. You know, we're going to choose something to get that we've already liked, something from a restaurant that we know and that it's good food, so we can have a nice, relaxing feasting with the king to hopefully
Oh
sober
my
me up.
God, who
Okay,
the
so I can continue
hell
to torture myself with more Five
cares?
Nights at Freddy's that day. Okay. So, all that being said, that's great. And then on top of all of that, I have another update. I already know after the marathon what the next reward will be at 60. Okay, at 60 goals hit, we are going to have a very
Can we get to 50 first? Can we get to 50 before we talk about 60?
special episode of DSP Tries It. Something that I have never done before. Something
Getting a regular job?
that we have talked about on stream.
Oh,
and
well, there goes that.
something that will be very interesting. I've already thought ahead 2 goals. All right. So I hope
One goal, because you know what the next one's going to be. But he drinks. It's okay. He drinks.
that you guys are excited. I'm not going to spoil it right now. I'm not. Maybe once we get to the marathon, and I'll start to give you hints about what it will be.
This is going to be the lamest shit that ever lamed, whatever the fuck it is, because he thinks this shit is so great.
When we hit the 60 goals. Okay? So, good stuff coming up. Let's get it going. In fact, let's actually get started. Let's get some support, guys.
Come on, pick it up a little bit, honey. I know you had yesterday off. You're a little haggard. You're a little tired. Come on. Satisfying a woman? I don't want to watch him try to do that. Ugh.
Who's going to be the first super chatter? Who's going to be the first tipper? Who's going to be the first person to get the membership?
Who's going to be the first round of cucks to hand over some money to their king today?
And who's going to be the first person to gift a sub over on Kick? Let's find out right now. But as this is happening, I have an update. All right, regarding some of the the confusion, that's the word I wanted, that we've had over on Kick, because as you know, a couple weeks ago, I instituted having pop-up messages on streams
Oh, God, no. What is happening?
for Kick subs and gifted subs.
Yeah,
And they've been working well. Okay?
sure.
They have. They've been
They're just pop-ups. There's really not much to it. What? Oh, God, what could possibly be wrong now in Grandpa's setup?
It's nice to see not only the YouTube side contributions, but to see, hey, so-and-so gifted a sub on Kick and it went to this person, right? It's been nice to have those on stream. I think it's a great addition. However, there's been an issue, a lot of confusion, because sometimes what's happened is we'll all of a sudden get pop-ups on the screen that'll say, hey, so-and-so gifted a sub. And then we'll all be looking at the Kick chat together and we're like, there's no sub. Where is it? And you ask the person, hey, did you get it? And they look and they're like, no, we didn't get it. Like, huh? So
You stop your stream to ask if they got their sub. You stop and wait and actually acknowledge your Kick chat to see if someone actually got the sub. Everything is wrong in Grandpa's world. You're not fucking kidding.
there seems to be this weird disconnect that sometimes someone can gift a sub on Kick and it actually goes through the system. It even has the pop-up message happen. So it's going through a service that, registers the contribution, but then the sub never goes through. All right? And
This man finding glitches in Kick. Have you ever seen something so crazy? Got a glitch in Kick.
this came to a head on Friday night. Because on Friday night, I was doing Friday Night Fights, and we were right down to the end. And we had gotten around, I think we were around $100 of support. And I was like, well, guys, it is what it is. It's the end of the week. We didn't hit the goal. But, it was still a good night. I'll see you Sunday or whatever. And as I was saying that, all of a sudden on screen, this bomb of subs explodes. And it says, Dr. Lexus gifted a sub. Dr. Lexus gifted a sub.
Dr. Cuck coming in hot.
Dr. Lexus. And we're like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah,
But we're
great
all
job,
sitting
Dr.
there,
Cuck.
And we're looking at the chat and we're like, where is it? Right? Like,
Who? No one is looking. Oh, I got to get this. Grandpa looks confused. It's a great thumbnail. Who is looking? Who's looking going, did that sub go through? Did that sub go through? Bitch, nobody but you is looking.
where the fuck is it? We're not seeing it.
He did find a glitch in Lego, or so he thought he did.
All right, where are the subs? And luckily, Dr. Lexus was still there. And we said, hey, Doc, can you see what's going on? Because this would help us to figure out, what is this problem? So he was under the impression that the subs had gone through. Because he wanted to hit the goal, basically.
Isn't this from like over a week ago where the guy gifted him like 12 subs or 11 subs or something and nobody got it? And he was like, well, I got paid, but I just want to make sure that people actually get the subs because I don't want you to pay for it. This was like over a fucking week ago.
For the stream. And so he went and he checked. And then in the meantime, okay, someone else gifted a bunch of subs.
Yeah, that would be Cucky Koala. There's only two of them who do it. It's Dr. Cuck and Cucky Koala.
And as they did that, and those subs were coming through, we noticed there was no pop-up for them. at
Oh
all.
no.
Like no pop-up at all for the second slew of subs. Huh? Like what is going on, right? Like we're all so confused. So then Dr. Alexis says, all right, let me try this. And he does it. And then subs went through and did get pop-ups and did count. And we're like, what? Right? Like, what is going on? So apparently what's happening, and this only happens with Kick, because I have never seen this happen with YouTube. I've never seen this happen with PayPal before. Okay? Apparently on Kick, you can gift subs, and then your card gets declined. And if your card gets declined, the subs don't go through, but then the whole rest of it does, as weird as that sounds. So, I don't know. Like that would be like saying,
What the hell was that?
you go to the store and you try to buy something with your card, and your card gets declined, but you still get a receipt that says that it went through, right? Like, that doesn't seem to make sense. But that's what happened on Friday night. So, basically what we got to do is be a little careful. Basically, if we see pop-ups coming out on the Kick side, but then we aren't seeing the actual sub pop-up in the chat, then it's not working. And that's why some people were confused, because their names were appearing on screen saying that they were getting gifted subs, but then they were like, but it's not there, because it must not have gone through. So I don't know why it would allow it to pass through all the way to, the pop-up messages, but then not go through on the Kick side and not show up in the chat. It's very weird.
Boy, he is watching. Who watches this fucking closely? Jesus Christ. If you actually did some work on here, you wouldn't be worried about all of this so fucking much, for God's sake.
Right? But anyway, that's what happened. So now we know, we finally got our answer. It's been 2 weeks where this has been happening on and off, and we're all like super, super confused about it. So let's keep an eye on it. It's not something that happens all the time, but it's happened at least 2-3 times where we've all been scratching our heads. It's like,
This isn't worthy of making a hubbub about, but again, this is one of these things where he needs to either talk to other people who are YouTubers, other people who understand, some things that can happen on the back end with some of this stuff, or the wife, or the friends, or this is something that needs to be talked about with somebody else, but there is no somebody else. There's no one else for him to talk about this with. And the only people he really wants to talk about this with are the people here in the chat who can presumably give answers or figure out what's happening.
Something go through. Did you get a sub? Does it count? Now we know our answer is, sadly, if it doesn't show up in the chat and it doesn't show up in my queue of income, it doesn't count. And so
yeah, he keeps a queue of income open.
It basically got declined, and someone's gonna have to, if they want to get help, actually reprocess it or whatever, right? So all right. So I'm glad that we got that figured out. Let's get to our first contribution of the day.
Oh, some cuck stepped up to the plate. Bless them.
I got a $5 tip
Ooh.
from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. Hold on one second, because my notifications board crashed. I have to reload it, and then I can play a nice animation for the first contribution of the week. Guys, today is the first day of the week, so that means everything is reset. If you take a look at the leaderboard over on Kick, who will be the first person to gift the sub for the week and get up on that leaderboard? Let's find out. We have
Doesn't everything start new every day anyway? What do you mean the first day of the week? This all of a sudden makes it something different? Everything starts over every day.
Let's get a sub. Like I said, let's start the week strong. Let's get a contribution of each kind.
Let's start strong. Somebody give me $1,000. It's not a big deal. We're all adults here. Just somebody, get it in their heart, their mind, and their wallet to give me $1,000.
So we already got our first tip, which I'm about to read out. Let's get a gifted sub. Let's get a membership, and let's get a super chat. All right, let's get one of each to start.
He's not looping. Today, he's actually going so fucking slowly that you could listen to him leave for 30 minutes and come back, and he's still talking about the same shit. So you feel like he's looped, but he's still on the same shit.
The day. Okay, so Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix.
Price.
With a $5 tip to start today. Let's get them up on the leaderboard. That is an insanely long name. But luckily now, the length of names doesn't affect anything anymore because my leaderboard moves. So I can have the longest names possible and it doesn't make any difference, right? Pretty cool. All right. He says, hey, I saw your complaint about daylight saving time. From what I'm being told, President Trump is considering removing it. I hope he does so. It really has become annoying losing an hour of sleep, and it just confuses people.
He typed that whole name in there. He typed that whole fucking name in there. Someone transferred their direct deposit to route to me. Right, exactly. Just wire me your whole paycheck and
across the world. You're right. Again,
we'll
there's no
good.
practical purpose for it. At one point there was, all right? At one point, when we had a different kind of society, and we didn't have a global perspective, and we didn't have the internet, and we didn't have all this shit, right? It really was annoying. But now that's different. The world has changed, but we're still using these archaic laws and rules because people are too fucking lazy to update them.
Oh, you are one to talk about being too lazy for anything. You realize you can't show up to your own shit on time, right? We have skip juice, but I'm waiting for something really horrific to happen. I'm hoping there's no news stories today. Jerry, thanks for the $2. Stepping up to the plate. Sorry for withholding.
That's all it is. It's lazy.
Well, I appreciate your generosity.
The lawmakers could easily, within one day, could figure this out and it's solved. But instead, they'd rather sit there and bicker about shit and never get anything done. So let's hope that everything goes well and they will figure it out. I want it over with, but right now we're just kind of stuck putting up with this crap. Okay. All right. So thank you for the first contribution of the day. Now, here's the deal as well. Okay. Today is purposefully set up to be a chill, laid-back day because I need it. All right? I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life right now.
And now Grandpa is officially looping because we already heard about this sob story. You need a chill day? What the fuck was yesterday? Are we going to hear about how difficult your day off was?
That is incredibly stressful, okay? And it sucks. It does.
What'd you have to do? Put a few groceries away and put some clothes in the machine that washes them for you? You're not out there next to a fucking river hitting your clothes up against a rock. Come on now, man.
It's not good stuff going on. It's not stuff that I can share with you because it is personal. And as we all know, if I share personal stuff with the world, my detractors are so insane, absolutely over the top crazy that they...
Well, what you're actually doing is you're making it worse because now you're causing us to do things like speculate. Personally, I love a good speculation game. And so now that's what we're all going to do. So you can deal with that, I guess, since you can't possibly just keep your fucking mouth closed about anything. We just get to speculate and start all kinds of rumors and have a whole big bunch of fun at your expense. So thanks, asshole.
Fucking turn it into their three-wing circus of content creation, and they do...
You are the circus, bro. Don't ever get that shit twisted. You are the circus.
Everything they can possible to be utterly malicious with that information. So I can't tell you what's going on. All I can tell you is I'm really fucking stressed out right now, okay?
Wouldn't it be something, though, if she actually really did leave? Like, I don't see it happening, but that would be wild.
So what I need today is a day where I could just hang out with all of you, all right, and just chill.
I need to do even less today than I normally do. For fuck's sake, I wouldn't be surprised if he got up, walked away, and you saw him just drag a mattress in there. Like, we're just going to lay down, take a sleep for a bit.
And have some conversation and fun and not have high stress levels. And the best way to do that...
Well, we've talked about money, your stress level, daylight savings, money, and your stress level. So when does this get cool, fun, and chill?
Quite honestly, is through a day of kind of laid-back RPG gameplay where we're hanging out and we're focused on some narrative and turn-based combat or exploring an open world and seeing what kind of content we can find. So I think that's why today will be a great day. However, historically...
I agree. I really don't think that she's going anywhere. I am inclined to agree. It's got to be taxes.
When I play RPGs, those days just don't go very well for attendance, engagement, and support. It's just a fact. It's not me exaggerating. It's not...
Well, since you know that these cool, fun, chill, whatever lies you're going to tell. These relaxing days don't monetarily do well for you, then it kind of sounds like you need to be an adult like the rest of us and get the fuck over it. Everybody right now has problems in their life. I have problems in my life. Everybody in the chat has problems and things they're thinking about and things they're going through and things that make them sad. But if this is your job, it's your obligation, it's your responsibility to leave that shit at the door, sit down in here, do your fucking job to the best of your ability, not walk in the door and whine and cry and just say, you know, I'm just going to put in the bare minimum today because I don't feel good. You're 42 fucking years old. That's unacceptable. Everyone has days where they don't want to do whatever it is they do for a living. You don't want to fucking do it. Sometimes you can't bring yourself to do it. 9 times out of 10, you get up off your fucking ass and you go do what you fucking need to do. You've been doing this for 17 years. What is the biggest fucking problem you got going on right now? Oh, you make too much fucking money and you still don't know how to pay your taxes because you're a moron? Oh, boo-hoo. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I have to go cry a river real quick.
Not me saying, oh no, the sky is falling here. It's just a fact, okay? For whatever reason.
The sky is falling. Been a long time since we heard that.
I love RPGs. I grew up playing them. They mean a lot to me. The one we're playing today, Suikoden or Suikoden, however you pronounce it, okay?
I love this game so much I don't know how to pronounce it. Great job. You're almost believable as a gamer, almost.
It's actually one of my favorite RPGs of the PS1 era. I hold it in just as high regard as, say, Final Fantasy 4 and 6, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound.
Hey, seriously, can we get some violins in the chat for this poor motherfucker? Can we get some violins and some please tip me's and everything for this, you know, piece of shit here who he's having a hard day today, you guys.
Among many others that I like from this time period.
He's the only one who ever has a hard day.
I really do. I think it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. And I'm very excited that we're going to be playing this today in the new remastered or remake collection. Okay? But we're probably not going to get a lot of people on the stream. To be honest, I don't think so. I think we'll probably have on the YouTube side between 100, 200 viewers, and maybe on the Kick side 50, if that. I just don't think we're going to have high attendance and engagement today because it's an RPG.
But you make the schedule, so you have chosen this. You're not allowed to be mad when you choose it and then it doesn't work out the way you want it to. You don't get to be mad. It's not like it was something that you were forced into, or this was just a schedule that you had to follow. You are literally the master of your own motherfucking destiny, dude. This is fucking stupid.
For whatever weird reason, despite the fact that I truly enjoy them, and I'm reading all the text and everything, and we're getting into the story, people just...
Congratulations, you can fucking read. So can everybody else over the fucking age of 7. We can all read. You're not interesting, dumbass.
Just tune out or leave. You know, it's the opposite when I play an action game. For some reason, when I play an action game, people get
because you get toxic. Because you get toxic. I get more people in my chat when I act like a toxic asshole. That's just the way shit goes. It's interesting, or it's funny, or it's exciting, or whatever. Hey guys, we're gonna go over here and get this item from this little old man who's behind the shop. He sells you this magic mushroom. And then we're gonna go over here. Yeah, no one fucking cares, dude.
Excited, and they show up to the stream and they get all pumped up. So, listen. There will be many, many action games to come. In fact,
But today, pay me money even though you don't like what I'm doing. I don't care that you don't like what I'm doing. I'm having a bad day. Feel bad for me. Now, come on, open your wallet.
This week there will be a lot of action between, Black Ops 6, Street Fighter, and the Five Nights at Freddy's Marathon, which is going to be a lot of cringe and torture for me, that's for sure. There's a lot of content you're going to like this week if that's what you're looking for, all right? But you're just not going to get it during the Chill RPG streams. These are more for people who actually like me, who actually want to just chill and hang out and have a fun conversation, not only about the game, but other things, and just have a relaxing day. That's today. And I'm happy that it's today.
I believe the mushrooms are in Kakariko Village.
Really, really, really need that today.
Or possibly Kokiri Forest, depending on where you look and which one you're playing.
Okay, so if you're here for it, if you're down for it, If you're ready for that kind of action and chill fun, please stick around after the podcast for Suikoden, which I very much want to play. We had a great premiere stream. All right, we did. We had an absolute great premiere stream last time of it, and it went really well, and I hope that we can continue on. The story's going to get better and better the more we play it, okay?
You keep telling yourself that, guy. You keep telling yourself that.
So, that being said, I know that many of you will only be here for the podcast, and then you're probably going to take off. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for embracing me.
No, thank you. Don't ever say that again.
As a podcaster,
Gross.
and creator, as well as a gamer.
No.
Because we had a serious conversation last week about the future. And what that conversation is that I cannot be just a full-time gamer moving forward. I have to try to diversify. I have to make...
Ooh, that shit with Triple P is still like haunting him, man. That shit last week with Triple P is still rent-free.
Different kinds of content. I have to branch out and be able to talk about topics that are important. I have to be able to stretch out what I do as a person on the internet. It can't just be Phil sits around gaming 24/7, because the older I get, the less people will be interested. I mean, take a look today. On most of these playthroughs I'm doing, unless it's a hot brand new release that everyone wants to see me play, which these days are few and far between, because most of these new releases are just not good. Can we be honest? They're just not. The new releases are crap. What are the new releases for this week? Or for this month? Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Hold on. That's too good to pass up for a thumbnail.
Fall. Ooh, we're all really just going crazy, right? We're so excited and hyped. No, and this is how it's been for a while now. There just aren't that many high-profile good games anymore. It's not like it used to be. All right?
It sounds like you need to make some changes and some adjustments then. Yeah, I saw that $2 from Iron Chef Sucks Guys.
Will be some of that. Later this year, if a game like GTA 6 comes out, that's going to put butts in seats. That's going to get people excited to see DSP play GTA 6 for the first time.
Not true. Absolutely not true, because we're all going to be playing GTA 6. Who gives a fuck what you're doing? Even the gaming YouTubers who I like, I'm not going to be watching them because I'm going to play
Historically, the GTA
What are you talking about, bro?
games have always done well for me, and everyone's going to be pumped for that, right? Me too. But
I thought Adam Fall looked interesting. I don't know that I'll play it, but
we got a long way to wait if it even comes out this year, right? And so, with how things are looking, right, we have to accept the fact that it can't just be Phil playing games till he dies, because people are just not going to care as much, okay? I'm incredibly grateful for those...
You're not. You're absolutely not. You just shit on a man because he gave you 27 cents, I think? Yeah, and you were too fucking good for that. So don't give me this bullshit about how fucking grateful you are. You literally just said, oh, this dono? Yeah, fuck this dono. That shit's not even a blip on my radar. You told that dude to go fuck himself.
Those of you who come by and support the streams, I'm incredibly grateful for those of you who do watch on demand, and for anyone who goes out of their way to support my content, whether it's live with a stream contribution, a super thanks, or a tip after the fact, pledge to my Patreon, buying some merch from the Dark Side Phil shop, whatever it is.
He never talks about it. You can still pledge to his Patreon, by the way. Just saying.
It all adds up and allows me to be successful.
He still has an active Patreon.
That. But we do have to accept...
And merch, but he doesn't shill.
Accept the fact that because... not everyone likes every game that I play, because I'm getting older and my health is going to decline. All these factors. I can't just be a full-time gamer. All right? I can't. We have to do other stuff. All right? And I hope you understand that, right? But for today, it's chill day.
Big ups, Kenor. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm sorry for my dentedness. I can mispronounce pretty much everything, and if you've been around for a while, you know that I do, so my apologies. Good afternoon. Have I missed anything dented? I watched the AugustTheDuck where he shits on this dude. It was pretty good. Dented, yeah, you missed a couple dented things. He ranted about daylight savings, and now he's rambling about how he can't play video games until he dies. He needs to do different stuff, and he's having a really hard day. It's been pretty dented. I gotta say, this is pretty close to being chef's kiss. This is getting really pathetic.
So, if you're here
So buckle up, get a snack, have some fun. This is pretty good.
For the podcast, because you like my podcasting, Thank you so much for that. It took a while.
I love your podcasting. This is where you get the most fucked up and toxic. Please never stop doing this. I don't give a fuck if you ever play a video game again. I streamed your whole stream the other day. Shit, I had to check my pulse. I had to, fucking breathe some life back into myself. That shit was terrible. Stop playing video games immediately, if not sooner. And please do this, because this is where you freak the fuck out and act narcissistic and toxic. Please.
But I think people finally take me seriously as a podcaster. All right. So please support the podcast. Right now we have one tip.
I am supporting. I'm watching you right now, and all the people in my chat are watching you. So consider yourself supported and eat a dick.
And a super chat I'm about to shout out. But let's get some support rolling in before the show ends. So that way when we start with Soikiden and people are leaving because they don't care about...
Is it called Soikiden? That can't be right. Again, I mispronounce everything because I'm an idiot. If it's longer than A, I can potentially fucking say it wrong. That can't be right. Soikiden?
JRPGs,
I don't
at
know.
least we...
He says I thought it was Suikuden. I don't know if that's how you actually say it, but that's what he says. Now it's Soikuden. What the fuck is happening?
Done well, and we can hit the goal. Okay?
I'm only 2 years younger than him. Is fucking Alzheimer's fucking hitting me?
It's exactly what happened last time when I played Suikoden. We did really well before the game started. When the game started, we hit the goal right away, and then we didn't have to worry about it for the rest of the stream. And I'm not kidding you. During the entire Suikoden stream, I think I raised $10. But it didn't matter because we had already hit our goal, and we were able to relax and chill and really enjoy the game. And that's what I want to do today. I don't want to sit here and have to...
If he was smart, he would legitimately fucking go to LolCow and take checks from Keemstar so that he could have guaranteed money in the bank instead of this bullshit. But he will not. Yeah, I won't get this as a thumbnail. This is boring. I have plenty of him with his eyes closed. If he was smart, he'd have taken that 50K from Keemstar because that was just like sign on. That 50K, that wasn't like, here's what you're going to get for the year. That was, here's 50K, come do this show. If he was smart, he'd have jumped on that, deleted this bullshit, and never looked back.
Do the shilling and do all the baloney. I just want to get to the game and enjoy it because we had a great time last time like that, and I want to continue that. So let's do it, all right? Please support the stream today. Let's get it going right now. Shout out to Iron Chef Sucks Guys, who did a $2 super chat and says, here's some money because you're feeling down. Well, I don't want you to give me money because you're feeling down. I want you to support.
He's giving you money because you're feeling down, asshole. What? Bruh. You can't be this fucking loaded. He said, here's money because you feel down. Oh my God, this is so fucking regarded. Oh my God, and I don't even ever say that word. This is so fucking 220. It's not because that person feels down. It's because you feel down.
Support the stream because you like the content and you want to see it continue. All right?
Well, that's why they give you money. They give you money because you cry and whine and moan. Because that's human nature. Because most people are genuinely kind, concerned, and caring.
Yeah.
If anybody in here got on a stream right now and was like, man, I'm having a really bad day and I feel terrible, they're gonna more than likely get something for it.
Just like
Alzheimer's is fucking hitting him hard. He just read it.
I don't want you to support me solely for the fact.
There you go. Now you've understood. There we go. Now we're correct.
Because if you support me, you're sticking it to my detractors. All right. It is very much true that.
But what happened when you wanted them to donate because, oh, the trolls were felted? Oh, what was all of that? Valedictorian right here. I know that's right.
That's the case. But I'm no Neil Cuckman, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, don't support the content because you like it.
No, you're actually, like, cucks are one thing. Like, you're worse than a cuck. You're a lol cow. There is some small difference here. Cucks have money, okay? Yeah, cuck, they're shitty. They have money. You're just a sad, pathetic lol cow. Mad Hatter, thanks for the super chat. Today I asked my mother if she was proud of me. She said no. So while crying, I asked her why. And she said, because I am withholding. So here we go. Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
Or in the case of Cuckman, don't support the game because it's good. Just support it because you want to, stick it to some assholes. No, don't do that. All right?
Except for when I wanted you to do that, which was only like a couple of months ago.
If you like me,
Whoops-a-daisy, I guess we forgot again. But he knows what kind of booze he drank in January.
you like the content and you want to see it continue,
What content? You have to do something for there to be fucking content. You're not doing anything. You're spinning around in your chair, counting your money. Doing what, bro?
you want to see awesome marathons, you want to see my setup improve,
If you want to see awesome marathons and really cool gameplay, then I invite you to keep supporting me. Blah.
you want to see me do new content, you know, the Lego streams, like I
And
said,
then once we all literally fucking die of boredom,
buy a new Lego set that's going to be really
I'm going to be the first fucking recorded case of someone dying from actual boredom.
awesome for the next one once we finish these succulents and all these things. That's why you should be contributing. Because you like me and my family, you want my family to be, you know, prosperous and healthy. That kind of stuff, right? That's what you should be supporting for. Support for the right reasons. Or if you just want to fuck over all my detractors, I mean, I can't stop you. But I would hope that there'd be other reasons as well.
I would really hope that you wouldn't weaponize your audience for that. I would really hope that you wouldn't behave that way. I'm not quite sure how I want to word this, but I would hope that you wouldn't do that because that's really slimy. Give me money just to shove it in their face. That's yucky.
Well, that you would support the content. Okay? Sounds good? Okay. Thank you, Iron Chef Sucks Guys. What a great name. Perhaps we can get another
It's pretty funny. Can't lie.
super chatter up there to get a better name on the leaderboard. All right.
Does seeing his name hurt you because he broke up with you? Does seeing the name hurt you? I'm sorry, honey.
I received a $5 tip from Only Iced Infinite. Well, I'm here for the drama. Good for you. You're in the wrong spot because there's no drama this morning. We're about to talk about how Friday went. And, you know,
Come over here for the drama. It's way more fun over here. And I don't even have a tip link. You don't have to tip me shit. Just come over here. The drama's way fucking better.
I'll preview the week, what I've got in store for you. And then we're basically...
I actually have inflection in my voice and can change a tone. Occasionally, I'm funny. You know, this dude only unironically makes me laugh like fucking 2 times a year. I can at least get one laugh out of you a show, I guarantee. And like I said, you can keep the fucking money in your pocket. I don't even have a tips link.
going to relax and do some Q&A, and then we're going to get right into Suikoden. So if that's
What's going on, Holly? Big ups.
what you're down for, great. But there's not going to be any drama here today because there's really no drama at all anyway going on. And I'm ready for a much more relaxing week, which I need. Like I said, after last week and all the shit that was going on,
This must be because Triple P fucked with him. I mean, I'm not saying it's not taxes or, you know, that it couldn't be. Ooh, this is a good one. He looks really like all glaring and angry. You know, it could be something else, but that Triple P thing really fucking hurt him.
and all the stuff that happened. And when, you know, I need a relaxing, no drama day today. I really, really do.
How
if any drama
dramatic-
happened, I would just fucking ignore.
How dramatic was yesterday? You sat in the house and got drunk and like pulled sweaty man JPEGs. He knows about August the Duck. He hasn't said anything.
Ignore it and be like, I don't even give a fuck. I can't. I'm just not going to put up with this bullshit anymore. I have enough stress, okay?
Yeah, it must be really, really stressful. Hey, honey, where do you want me to order food from tonight? Yeah, that sounds really rough. That sounds really rough. In your fairly new car that's paid for, in your 3-bedroom condo, in your private gated community, in a suburb outside of Seattle, Washington, with your 6 figures a year. I'd really love to know what like really, really big problems you've got going on. Triple
Okay.
P heard his PP. You got that right.
All right. So thank you guys for the initial support. Let's
Big ups Lunch Meat Sandwich Gaming. That's still a fucking amazing name.
get some more going again. Like I said, it's a new week. Let's get our first sub over on Kit. Even if it's just one. Let's just get one sub over on Kit.
Oh, this is
Shall we?
sad.
Let's get our first one right now. Who's going to do it? And let's get our first membership
How you gonna beg people for subs, man?
on YouTube of the week. Let's get the first of each right now to get that momentum going. All right? Sound good? Cool. So let's talk
Yeah,
about
cool.
Friday. All right? Because Friday was an interesting day. And I had a great time on Friday, for the record. The content was definitely interesting, right? Let's be honest. Some of it was stuff that people weren't even expecting. So let's talk. So
Like you getting fucking just absolutely trolled by Triple P for over an hour. 43 years of age in less than a month. It's beyond embarrassing. So fucking far beyond embarrassing, my dude. Like, this shit. Like, it's still funny, but I swear to God, it's almost not even fucking funny, even for me. And I have a very dark, very twisted sense of humor. I think almost anything is fucking funny. But I'm almost to the point of legitimate cringe where it's not funny anymore. Almost, but not entirely.
on Friday, we had two major streams. The first was more Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And the second was a very special Friday Night Fights featuring old school games.
197K on that August the Duck video. When I was looking this morning, I think it was at like 181. So that's amazing. I hope that video gets 1 million fucking views. Big ups to August the Duck. If you want to see August the Duck's video, it's in my description. If you want the link to his channel, go give him a sub. He's got like 2 million subs. All that stuff's in the description for you if you want it.
With pro players who still actively play. All right? So let's talk about that. First of all, Pirate Yakuza was good. We continued to explore the open world of Honolulu. We kept recruiting.
Will he mention August the Duck? No, he won't mention it.
People to our.
I'm sure he saw it because I know I know for sure he watches all of Duty's videos because he hates Duty. So he knows and he doesn't care.
Pirate crew. There was many side quests that we completed.
He's still fucking butthurt from what day was it? Was it Friday where he got ripped a new asshole by Triple P? He's still butthurt about that. He can't handle anything else right now.
We advanced the plot a little bit, which then unlocked kind of the second half of the Honolulu map, and we moved into that. It was a very fun, relaxing stream. But listen, I'm well aware that playthrough is not going to be bringing butts to seats. It's more Yakuza, and people sadly, again, much like with these other RPGs, they just don't kind of buy into Yakuza anymore in my content. I don't know why. I think it's some of the best stuff I put out, but that's just life. So when I play Yakuza
Thursday, fuck me, I'm all screwed up. Y'all don't even listen to me. Wait a minute, do I even know what day today is? It's that daylight savings time, y'all. I'm 40. For everyone over 40, we're fucked up beyond belief. We think it's like 1987 again.
I understand I'm doing it for a much smaller audience, and I understand I'm kind of doing it for me, and I'm having a good time with it. I am, but we're not going to be going crazy with attendance support and stuff like that, and we didn't. The stream did okay. I think we hit halfway to the goal, all right? Which is still a good stream, for the record. If ever I'm doing a stream and we only get halfway to the goal,
it's abysmal. He's already told us that $70 is nothing. I think he made like $75, so he made nothing. I would react to this is how you don't play. I just haven't gotten a lot of demand to react to those things. How many would be banned today for mentioning August the Duck? I don't really think it went over. I'm not saying it's not a great video because his video is fantastic, but so many videos get made about this shitbag that something really crazy at this point in this dude's career, something really crazy has to happen for it to register enough for this guy to talk about it. How many people have made documentaries about him? How many people, even Sir Moist fucking called him out. And I mean, about begging and being a piece of shit. And here we are still begging and being a piece of shit. Like I say, August the Duck's video it's so funny. It's unbelievable. It's a great video, but I don't really think it's going to ruffle enough of his feathers, so to speak.
That's still pretty good. But the idea is obviously to hit the goal as often as possible, so that we can do special events, and it helps me to maintain everything that I've now had that's increased and allow me to improve my setup and do all kinds of new things. And that's the whole idea moving forward, right? So it was still a great...
I haven't even seen any like kick chat names about it.
Stream, and I had a lot of good times with you guys, and looking forward to more. There will be more of that later in the week. I believe it's actually Tuesday's daytime stream. Will be more Pirate Yakuza. So there you have it. The special stream, I think, threw people for a loop because they certainly weren't expecting it, and it all came together kind of out of nowhere. So basically, I've been talking with a lot of the pro players from back in the day who I used to team up with, and we used to travel the country together
Oh my God. I don't need to hear Grandpa go on whatever this fucking tangent is he's about to go on. Optimus, thank you for the $5 super chat. We should have a palate cleanse day once every few weeks where we watch fun and interesting stuff. The opposite of Phil. Gotta rinse the old noggin. I'm open to suggestions if you guys want to watch other stuff together. I don't really know what, because I love shitting on this dude, but I'm not opposed to watching other things together. Again, that's just not something that I am asked to do.
Playing in tournaments competitively in Street Fighter.
Oh
And
God, no.
basically,
I can't hear it back in the day.
Collection is different. We're setting up lobbies and the like. And on top of that, I don't know anything about like input delay settings and stuff. Everyone seems to disagree. Like when we were doing the input delay settings, playing these collections previous, I tried putting it to 0. But then when I did that, it would like skip and outright said, yeah, you're actually playing at a big disadvantage if you have the higher input delay. It'll look better. Finish a combo, and that's what was going on.
Oh
like I'm trying
God,
to play
no.
at proper 1080p 120 hertz.
Oh my God,
not,
who the hell cares?
You need to play better players. Even if they whoop your ass.
You got your ass whooped.
You
Moving
got
on.
to deal with it. So, and you're young, you feel invincible, and you feel like nothing ever bothers you. And the more older you get, you're like, fuck. Shit. Right?
Well, if you're not a weak bitch, you still don't let things bother you so badly, but okie dokie.
Okay. Let's get to some shout outs. Then we'll look at the schedule, and then we're just going to chill. All right?
Well, you heard it here first, so we're going to do shout outs, and then apparently that'll take a whole 3 minutes. And then we're going to do 40 minutes of schedule. We won't. We'll do that for 15 minutes, and then we'll do Q&A. So this is the rest of our day here, ladies and gentlemen.
So, it looks like we have Dasmodius became our first new member of the day. Thank you to
Hooray!
Dasmodius.
There you go, pumpkin.
Right? Bat. So please, let's get some support going.
No, I'm not doing the autistic schedule bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely not.
And let's get some Q&A going. All right? Please tag me in the chat. And let's see what you guys
Oh God, we didn't even do 15 minutes of schedule. Fuck.
want to talk about today. And if it's drama,
I know Joy
you're not going
this.
to be here for long. Did I ever get the 108 for Suikoden or Suikoden or know what it unlocks? Yes, I've done it. It unlocks the secret ending.
We can, like I say, we can watch other stuff together. It's just not something that I get asked to do. But I've only been doing this. I haven't even been doing this for 2 months yet. So I don't really get any. The only thing that I have gotten is people have told me to keep streaming, but make more videos as well. They enjoy my videos. And I don't disagree. I love the videos, but for the amount of editing that I want to put into them, it's just with everything else that I have going on, they're fun, but they're slightly more time consuming. It's kind of like I can make videos for you guys or we can stream together, and I would have to finagle my schedule to do both. But in all honesty, I could try to make that happen a little bit more. I could maybe work it out to where maybe like I play something. I'll be honest, I repetitively play South Park Stick of Truth and South Park The Fractured But Whole. I pretty much play those ad nauseum. I don't know who the fuck would want to watch me play those games. I think I'm one of the very few people who actually likes those, so I don't know if that would be fun. But we can do other things at some point. I have no problem with that.
It unlocks the true secret ending of the game. And I did do it back in the day. The first playthrough I did not. I played the game honestly, and then I did a second run with a guide, and I got all the characters.
When spring comes, do the closet cleaning videos. The closet cleaning videos are on my list. They are. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Darth Docs. Here we go. Did you see that duck video?
How's Jasper doing? He's doing fine.
That's one of the first things that's one of the first times I've seen. Did you see the duck video?
Yeah, don't worry. This has nothing to do. All the stuff I'm mentioning has nothing to do with Jasper. Okay? There you go. You don't have to worry about that. In fact, he'll probably be on stream tomorrow, I think. Again,
He was in the closet. He opened the closet door the other day, Jasper, and was messing around.
I'm so stressed out. I don't even like remember the schedule. Like I don't remember what days of the week my wife is working this week. So
Princess Kenny only run? Why would you do that to me? Don't do that to me.
we'll see, but he should be here soon.
I don't really watch his YouTube chat because, frankly, it's just not as interesting as the Kick chat. But so we got one mention of it.
What's my favorite type of omelet? I don't really have a favorite type of omelet. I don't really eat omelets that often. When I eat an omelet, I like something with acidity. So either tomato or maybe like the bite of a pepper, green or red pepper, something like that, because that contrasts like the protein of the egg. I don't think I like meat in my omelet that much. Cheese, probably a little bit.
Phil has seen it because people watch Duty stuff, so he's already heard about it.
Yes, but probably not meat. Probably like a cheddar would probably be like a cheddar and veggies. That's probably my idea of a good omelet. I do like mushrooms as well. Am I getting divorced? No. No, I'm not.
I have whoa. Are you getting divorced? No, I'm not. Hold on. We're going to have to run back that beautiful bean footage. FYI, I have done a Dire AIDS David Hasselhoff run. I did, I got the Hoarder where you can't sell anything for the whole game, the run with Dire AIDS, and then David Hasselhoff. All in one go. It's somewhere on my gamey channel that I keep for myself.
Cheddar would probably be like a cheddar and veggies. That's probably my idea.
We got to roll that back because he straight up is like, am I getting divorced? And then he makes this really uncomfortable face.
Omelet. I do like mushrooms as well. Am I getting divorced? No. No, I'm not. No.
I don't know. That was really uncomfortable. That was really uncomfortable.
He's probably a little bit, yes, but probably not meat. Probably like a cheddar would probably be like a cheddar and veggies. That's probably my idea of a good omelet. I do like mushrooms as well. Am I getting divorced? No.
I don't know. Then he makes this face, and then we get this laugh.
No, I'm not.
That's the uncomfortable laugh. That's the uncomfortable laugh. That was really...
No, I never ate the Wendy's Krabby Patty. Never got to do it. Remember, originally I was going to do it.
That was weird.
The actual Krabby Patty meal was on the delivery apps. I told you guys I would do it for DSP Tries It. We hit the goal.
He might not be getting divorced necessarily, but I think that might be maybe a tell that things aren't going very well or something.
And then it wasn't available.
They might not be getting along right now. That doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to get divorced, but...
So I never got it. And then it was like over a month later, they added it back. But by that point, no one cared anymore.
Again, I don't necessarily think that they're getting divorced because here, I agree. If he was getting divorced, he would completely ignore that. But they're trouble. Yeah, like you say, VLX, it's some kind of trouble. Something's happening where they're not getting along. And with all due respect, could you fucking blame her?
So I just never bothered doing it, and now they don't have it anymore. No, I do not shave my chest.
No, you can see by that, every time he has his shirt slightly unbuttoned, that fucking rug that's trying to escape up out of there.
What foods am I interested in doing for the Five Nights at Freddy's Marathon? You know, I don't know yet. And again, with the amount of stress going on.
Mom, thanks for the $2. I heard there was a Queen's tax. There is not, but I appreciate the lulls. Love your streams. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
My wife and I normally would have been talking about it and figured it out already, but, you know, we're not. So we will. We'll try to figure it out. I guess it would also be better to know.
We found out he was separated from Leanna when he was still pretending to be with her. Oh, totally. If there's arguments, if there's separations, if there's whatever, we will more than likely not hear about any of that for quite a long time. She's leaving him for Triple P. By the way, big ups. Thanks, Lochar Cammy. Good to see you, honey. I highly doubt that she's leaving him for Triple P. It'd be funny, though. It'd be really fucking funny.
Kind of when we're doing the marathon.
Next thing you know, she's hooked up with Iron Cuck because he's got more money.
And right now, it's up in the air. We got to hit 4 more goals. You know, when are we going to hit them? I don't know.
The divorce hit a nerve, which again, I don't actually think, hey, there's Dumpy Koala. Where's the money, dickhead? I don't know. that co-op stream was just so uncomfortable. But then what was all that shit a few months ago about, guys, I got to get right out of here at 9 o'clock. I got to leave. My wife is waiting. I told her I'd spend more time with her. But then he got fucking clowned on because he was, staying over, doing all the overtime because he wasn't hitting the goals. And then you never heard about any of that again. That's weird.
Krabby Patty was disappointing. I'm not surprised to hear it.
Kat made it clear she'll be with anyone who gives her a place to live. I'm fully inclined to agree.
No, I didn't hear that. Stormforce Gamer says RoboCop is going to get a new game called RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. Supposedly it's coming out in the summer. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I liked Rogue City a lot.
I don't know if they've been married long enough, but I would really believe that he would really try to fight a divorce. Again, they haven't been married super long, but he makes so much more money than her. I mean, that would be an alimony check going her way, wouldn't it? I mean, fucking lawyer, I am not, for sure. Of all the things I'm not, and that's a lot of them, lawyer is like way the fuck up there. But that would be some kind of alimony payment or something, right? You have to continue to keep the person, at least in the short term, in some semblance of the lifestyle to which like they've been accustomed to living. You know what I mean? I don't know how all that would work. So you would think that he would be like, nope, we are not doing that.
Am I playing Suikoden 2 after 1? I heard it's okay to play the second game first, which is what I'm going to do. Well, here's the thing. You can play it first, but there are direct plot lines.
Yeah, I think they have been married for 5 years. It might be, I don't know. Didn't they get married like around aren't we going on 6? Wasn't it like around his birthday? I'm probably totally fucking wrong, but I don't follow every one of this dude's comings and goings.
From 1 that continue into 2. There's even character appearances and stuff, so you might not understand it. Let me put it this way. It's kind of similar to if you played the future Dragon Age games first, you could do that. But
Will I be doing a stream of one of Low Tier God's detractors videos? The detractor is Slayer WSS. I'm not sure who that is, honey. I'm sorry. I know who Low Tier God is, but I don't know who the other person is. I'm sorry.
You're not going to understand the back.
I don't follow a lot of the other, I don't follow like Low Tier God or Boogie or Wings or whatever. I don't find them as interesting as this guy, and I don't honestly really even know why, but I don't.
Story and some of the character appearances, right? Like if the first Dragon Age game you ever played was Veilguard, you wouldn't know who Isabella is. But if you played the previous games, you know Isabella, right?
Oh my God,
you
who
might
the
not
hell
know what
cares?
the Deep Road Travel Jail, and I never got around to it. Here's the story of Octopath and why I never played it. It totally is right up my alley of a game that I would want to play.
Who cares?
And if you keep bringing it up, I'm going to remove you. I already
Okay,
said
here we go. We get something juicy
now
here.
we're at $37 of support and climbing, everybody. Thank you for that. Again,
Something happens here because all I caught was if you keep bringing it up again, then...
please, let's make a solid effort to hit the goal before we end the podcast. Reason being, I know once this podcast ends, a significant amount of you are going to leave because you're not going to...
Damn, hit the goal before we end the podcast. Christ. Have I seen the parody DSP Tries It by Mr. Ludacris? I didn't know there was more than one, and that's silliness on my part. We watched Cup Noodles by Mr. Ludacris.
Stick around for a JRPG.
Amazing.
So if we can hit the goal as early as possible, that would be great. Then I could just focus on the game and chill, which is what I need to do today. I've already said no drama, so all of you guys bringing up drama, I'm going to ignore you. And if you keep bringing it up, I'm going to remove.
Oh, here we go. Someone in the chat. Everyone is saying Phil is getting divorced. Are you excited about Review Tech's new tattoo? Oh, here we go. Here we go. The badge files. I don't know if you've covered this. What are your thoughts on the new August the Duck video? It has a ton of views. Okay, so divorce. Okay, here we go.
Movie, I already said. I have no absolutely no tolerance for drama today. Zero. So you're bringing it up is just a waste of everyone's time.
Oh, come on. You got something you want to say. You can't not have something to say. Come on. No? Come on. Ah, you're no fun today. Hello, sir? Are you contemplating your life? Is like your whole sad, pathetic life flashing before your eyes? Like you can't believe how sad and pathetic you've been for so fucking long? It looks like it hits you like a Mack truck, bro.
Lolo Seafree just gifted 4 subs.
Wow.
Over on Kick. Thank you, Lolo Seafree, for that. Very generous. So enjoy. For those who are getting those, enjoy. And let's get Lolo up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, seriously, whoever's doing it, I'm inclined to agree with Leon here. Keep poking the bear, piss him off. Come on, do something.
That's good for $20 to support this morning.
Someone gifted a shift. Gifted a shift. I'm such an idiot. Gifted a sub to what was it? Lying narcissist cunt bag.
Thank you, Lolo. That gets us up to $57 and climbing. Thank you, thank you. So now we're more than a third of the way to our goal this morning. Thank you.
Come on, keep doing it.
Itchy says, what quality about yourself do you have the most pride in?
Your narcissism, your begging, your lack of self-awareness, your lack of ability to self-reflect, your crippling addictions. Ooh, your crippling addictions. I vote crippling addictions.
You know, at this point in my life, I would probably say the fact that I basically haven't sold out and I'm still true to myself. And
I really wouldn't say that when what being true to yourself means is you're a beggar.
you know, despite the fact that I get a zillion pressures from every direction, that I'm still me.
This is what he always says. I'm still here, and I'm still me. He says it every time. Optimus, thanks for the $2, honey. What would DSP's version of a midlife crisis be? We saw it when he bought all this crap, and he's continuing to buy all this crap. You know, that's pretty much what's happening.
Because so many people over the years have completely changed and become someone different because they saw that's how I...
It's called evolving. It's not necessarily changing or selling out. It's called evolving. If you want to continue to make money on YouTube, things are always fucking changing. It doesn't mean you have to become a sellout. You can still be you at your core. But, I mean, no offense, but what do you mean you haven't sold out? You're DSP Gaming and you're telling us how you can't do as much gaming anymore.
I can make the bag. That's how I can continue to make success for myself. But success at what cost? If you're not... If the only success you're getting is financial, all right, and you're not who you wanted to be or used to be, and you had to completely change everything about you and your content to be successful, are you really successful, right? Like, you can take a look at a company like GE. You know what GE stands for? General Electric. And at one point, General Electric was a humongous, profitable, very, very high-end electronics company. They made appliances and other things. Everyone knew GE and I never created, but yet still exists around me, okay? So, in that regard, so many people on a daily basis want to pull me into that and think that I would massively benefit from it financially, popularity-wise. So many people want me to change who I am, my personality, everything, right? And they're probably right. Either way is probably correct. If I went to the shill side, playing the game and all of that,
your personality could use a little bit of reconstruction, bro.
I probably could be more successful. If I went to the drama side and I did that,
you're too boring for drama. You could do drama. You could go over there, but you're too fucking boring.
I probably could be more successful.
Yeah, I don't know about that because again, there's got to be a certain something about you, sir. You don't have what I call the spiciness to be that dramatic for that long. I think that would burn you out so fucking fast.
But the way I see it, and again, most people disagree with me, I guess, is that I want to be true to myself, right? I do. I want to.
Okay, then by all means, keep on being a beggar. Elaine, hey, I see you in Duty's streams all the time, I think. Thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate your generosity.
Be a certain kind of creator that leaves a certain kind of legacy. At the end of the day, when all is said and done, for as many people out there who will completely misunderstand me and never know the person who I really was.
Ooh, that's some straight narcissism right there. Everybody misunderstands me. No, the problem is we do completely understand you and you're fucking trash. Keener, thanks for the gifted sub, honey. I appreciate you.
All right. Those who actually did watch the content, judge it at face value, and were here along for the ride, I think could probably say at the end of the day, well, at least he didn't do any harm.
No, you didn't do any harm. Nope. And I won't even bother going down the laundry list of the harm that we all know because there's no fucking need to.
Right?
Stop advertising Duty streams in this stream. It's against TOS. It's absolutely not. And I am an absolute fangirl. Don't care who knows it.
He didn't sell anyone a bunch of
I'm subbed. I'm a member. I watch every video. Don't care.
bunk products, a bunch of crap. He didn't scam anyone to spend money so he could get ahead. And he also didn't hurt anyone's, reputations. He didn't personally attack people. He wasn't causing problems for people on the internet. He just stayed in his lane. And he stayed in his lane and he did content that he liked and he was successful. So what exactly was wrong with that? Right? And I think that's probably my best quality is that I don't really let myself get pulled or influenced no matter what. I do what I feel is right.
I agree. Why not shout out and big ups to Duty? Not that he needs anything from me. So, because he's already got that sprawling mansion in DSP's brain. That's the best thing ever. So,
even when everyone else tells me it's not, I still stick to my morals and values, and maybe that's a bad thing. Or maybe it's a good thing.
This is right here. This is like the ooey gooey center of what makes this man so fascinating. He's like a fucking hot dumpster fire of drama and abuse and trash. But listen to him on his moral fucking high horse. I haven't hurt anybody. I don't do anything wrong. I don't sell out. I'm unapologetically me. This right here is what makes this man so fucking fascinating. To me, anyway. I don't hurt anybody. Everything's good. Everything's fine. I am successful. Hey, by the way, I need $150 before I play any games for you. Oh, he's got a yacht. He's got an island. They're fucking building a space shuttle in this man's brain. Duty's got it all. Fucking absolutely free of charge. And that is so hilarious to me.
Thing I don't know. But that's really, I think, my strongest trait. While everyone else around me has gone the one route or the other, I still feel like it's day one and I'm turning on my camera and I'm just recording some bullshit on a video on YouTube and,
You still feel like you're just recording some bullshit? So in other words, everything you're making is garbage? After 17 years, I don't know if I'd say that, but okie dokie.
It's still the same level of kind of fun that I was doing it for back then. Even though the world has changed around me and YouTube has changed and everything.
Then how come all the way back then you didn't sound like the life has been fucking sucked out of you? You sound whooped, bro. You sound browbeaten by life. You were actually somewhat interesting back then. You had some fucking charisma. You had a personality. I don't know if it's the booze or the gambling or what, but you are so fucking flat. Did someone really ask him this or did he make up the question? No, someone asked him, but it might just be a troll because I personally love when he talks like this. So somebody else might feel the same way I do, something to get him going. Optimus, thanks for the 2, honey. DSP's claim to fame is he made no impact.
Things changed. I'm still
I'm still here. This is what he always says. I'm still here after all these years. I'm still here after all these years. It's what he says every fucking time.
I'm still here. I'm still doing my thing.
Yep, I'm still here.
Persevering through all of it. All these idiots who've tried to take me down. All these morons who leech off of me, parasites on a daily basis, but I'm still here.
Hi, I'm the parasite. Hi.
There's an entire ecosystem built around me that I have nothing to do with, but yet there it is, right?
But this is such a positive community and such a supportive community and such a charismatic, interesting, funny. How come we have a community like this and you have the one that you do? Despite the fact that this dude is a cockroach with herpes, something that won't fucking die with shit that won't go away. I swear to God, that is this dude.
Let me just take a look. A day I don't stream is a day everyone freaks out because there's no content, right?
I'm not freaking out. I mean, there's never not going to be, you could disappear tomorrow. We've still got fucking 20 years of shit we can talk about when it comes to you. You're never going away, bro.
Sarah says, do you think in 25 years time, if you can't retire, will you regret not shilling and selling out? I mean, there's always that kind of possibility, right? There always is, but I don't know. You never know what the future holds. I could end up losing everything. I could end up being incredibly successful. I could end up somewhere in the middle.
But shouldn't you be incredibly successful by now? I mean, for fuck's sake, you pull 6 figures a year and you've been doing that for 17 years. Let's say 16, because we're in 17, it's not over yet. You've pulled $100K a year minimum. That's $1.6 million. You've clocked over $2 million out of YouTube right now. If you haven't done it yet, bro.
Any level in between. I don't know. You told me 17 years ago that simply turning on a camera, pointing it at a TV and talking.
Exactly, Nervous Noodles. There is always going to be content. This man has like 70,000 garbagey bullshit videos on his channel. He could never stream again. We're good. We're set.
Shit over a video game when I played it was going to amount to any of this crazy shit in the last 17 years. I would have been like, you're fucking nuts. Wow, you're a great writer. You should go write a book about that and turn it into a series because you'd probably be a millionaire because that's crazy.
Well, you could have been a millionaire, but,
Well, now this is my real life, right? I think, like they say, that the reality is stranger than fiction, for sure. In my case, holy shit.
Oh, you can't make this shit up. You can't make up somebody like you. Sir, you are a special person. You have like the gift of blissful ignorance and a lack of reflection, of like self-reflection. It's a fucking gift.
Right?
You better have a 401k set up, especially at your age, DSP, or your 60s are going to be rough, says Dumpy Koala.
Big Tuna, 32 months as a member. When are you going to go on Joe Rogan? Oh, tomorrow. He's finally, he finally got around to asking.
You're such a douchebag.
Okay, shout out to Worcester. Worcester has gifted 5 memberships to the community on YouTube.
The way he's drinking, I'm not wishing anything on anybody, but the way he's drinking, I don't even know if 60 is a possibility. The dude is putting shit away. And all that garbage that he eats, like on a continual basis, fuck.
Thank you to Worcester for a 5-member bomb. That is awesome. Let's get you on the leaderboard.
He's just shy of sedentary. Eating all that garbage, drinking all that booze. Fuck. I don't know if 60's in this guy's scope.
Oops. Great if I could type.
But you're drunk. Yeah, seriously, David. Yeah, Cucky Koala, you are the 401k, so cough it up, honey.
Oh, it's just stuff I already have. It's Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which I just bought.
Blah, blah, blah.
34 as well. There's another one. There's Bionic Commando. There's original Final Fight. It's the arcade versions of Darkstalkers. But again, they're only playable in the arcade stadium, meaning that you can't play them online. Yeah. So it's a good bundle, but Sadly, not for me. Trying to see what other bundles are there. Oh, this is it. There's only 2. There's only the Capcom bundle and an Indie Allies bundle, which is not anything I'd be interested in. So
his liver is a football and his blood type is Haagen-Dazs.
All right, you know what? I should check this from time to time. These bundles.
I'm checking out is what I'm doing. Wrap it up, old man.
Sorry, I hope he's all right.
He should be happy to reach 45. He should be happy he's going to reach 43 in a month. I almost said 45. What a fucking idiot. He'll be happy. He should be happy if he reaches 43. Honest to God, look at him. I'm not going to be on the fucking cover of a magazine anytime soon. I'm fully aware of that, but Jesus Christ.
I could start collecting Pokemon cards. I don't think I'm too interested in Pokemon cards, to be honest.
Well,
Probably
you should because you're missing out.
Afternoon of JRPG goodness. Please stick around, and it should be a good time. All right, now, tomorrow, folks, will be a very different kind of day, focused on Call of Duty and indie games. So, wow, it'll be a very different show on Monday. But thank you all for joining me here for the start of another awesome week. Have a good one. Hope to see you tomorrow. Peace out. Okay. So, let's get set up over here, shall we, everybody? Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you.
Wow, he ended fairly on time, which we could have, figured because he didn't even have much to talk about. I did skip through quite a bit of it, and that was on me. But, some of the stuff is just interesting, and some of the stuff is just not. So, but anyway, that is going to go ahead and wrap it up because he's going to go take a shit for 10 minutes and then play some fucking lame-ass video game. And I don't have any, I have time to deal with it, but it's going to be so fucking boring. Let's neither you nor I subject ourselves to it. Raw Phil is up. I saw Atlas was live. I don't know if he still is. You can hang out with Atlas if he is still live. Raw Phil is still going, so I invite you to, check that out. I heard that there was a new duty video up, but of course I've been here, so I don't know yet. And again, if you want to see the August the Duck video that shits on Phil or his channel or whatever, all that's linked in the description if you want to check out August the Duck. Pretty good channel, pretty fun. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me. And I had a lot of fun. We will do this tomorrow. I don't get why he doesn't play Monster Hunter, because he played the demo, the beta, the whatever the fuck, and he didn't make any money, so now he don't want to play it, as always. If he doesn't want to play something, remember, it probably won't make him any money, or he feels. Yet he plays this Yakuza bullshit. Anyway, I'm not getting all into all of this. Thank you all. I invite you to sub to the channel. If not, that's totally cool, because I'm not your mom. Can't tell you what to do, but I hope to see you next time.